Welcome to HDTV, you're now rocking with your boy. Had to hit the opera on you, knuckles.
Now, I got to see the movie The Creator. I know I'm late. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'll be busy. But I saw The Creator. Very, very captivating movie. I like the excuse me, the CGI. The storyline was good. You know, storyline was not hard to follow. You had John David Washington. Sorry about that. I had to move my mic. You had guys like John David Washington, who basically was undercover trying to find the creator of the AI. And things went left. He ended up losing his his wife, and she's pregnant. He was trying, basically the America basically messed it up. The U.S. Army, they basically effed it up when they jumped the gun to infiltrate at the wrong time. So he was trying to talk to a guy who got beat up, who they thought was the enemy, but he was working under him. And that's when his girl, or his wife, excuse me, found out about it and tried to run. They got attacked by this space station ship that fired a missile and blew them up. So he's under the impression that she's dead, and he was coerced to go back over there to try to find where the AIs are at, because basically Japan and Asia is working one with the AI, while Americans are like, nah, because an AI explosion went off. Basically, the explosion went off, destroying San Francisco. Or was it LA? It was one of them. But when it happened, it was kind of weird. It's like, well, how did this happen? Like, where did this come from? Like, but everybody's blaming it on the AI, when it could have been them already doing it themselves. So what they tried to do was, you know what? Since we did it ourselves, let's pin it on them so then we could go to war. Excuse me. So, the movie had a good plot to it. The little kid was a she. She basically was grown from an infant to the stage she was at now, and she could control all machines. But she basically was his daughter. The mother imprinted the child into an AI, so the AI could grow naturally as a human and all of that stuff. So this was a great story. Down the line, the only issue I had was, at times it was kind of like, okay, we could move from here. Why do we even go this way? But because of the visual effects, the sounds, the quality, A+. The acting was good. John David Washington did well. The little girl stole the show. She her scenes where she was crying, talking about her mother and all of this, it was kind of sad. And then we got to see at the end, what happened. Excuse me again. So, the creator, basically, the AI just want to be by themselves. They don't want a war. They don't want to mess with anybody. That's outside of where they're at. So, I get a movie 3 out of 4 stars. It was okay. The script I just feel like it was real bland and basic. I mean, it was like Elysium for a second, but a little different. The ending was cool, had no problem with it. I liked how the ending happened where he got to see his wife, but her information was put into an android or AI. Well, in the android, and then became AI and all that crap. So that was dope. He got a scene with her kissing her and all that, and that was great. And they both died. Alfie or whatever the girl robot was, she missed him. She didn't want him to go, but he had to in order for her to live. So, excuse me. I'm sick, guys. Bear with me. Got a bad cold and everything. But The Creator, I give 3 out of 4 stars. Now, Power Book Force 4. Book 4, Power Force, right? Tommy Egan is leaving off from what he left off in the first season where Liliana died. Him and the Flynn's are going at it. Him and Dee trying to expand and take over Chicago. And it was actually entertaining. Like, this is the difference between Force and Ghost. It's all natural with everybody. Everybody's interaction, how everybody moves, and everybody's dialogue on there is great. Whereas when you watch, what do you call it? When you watch Ghost, you don't get that. You get terrible acting. You get far-fetched scenes and stuff. Not only far-fetched scenes, but like things don't go that way. Power Force was very entertaining. Entertainment-wise, I gave it 3.5 out of 4. But the authenticity of what everything was going down, I give it a 1.5, maybe 2 stars off of that. But overall show, I'll give it maybe a 3.5 out of 4, probably 3.5 out of 4. Because of the entertainment, it's great, but a lot of the stuff that was going on, Dad, I just don't see that happening in real life. Like the one scene, like Tommy, the way he was moving he would have got shot a long time ago. Cause I done met Midwest dudes before. They're very chill, very cool and collective. They don't like all that extra rah shit coming your way. But Tommy this season was putting everything together. He fell in love with Miguel's, of course, daughter. We don't know what happened to her at the end. Like, I don't know if she probably was sent to Mexico or whatever. But he's been trying his best to get in good with the bosses of Miguel and certain people and certain blocks so they can fight everybody. So, but book 4 was great. Oh, and the sex scenes in there, A+. We didn't get that Fruity Loop, gay bullshit. Everything was copacetic. I got my scenes. I didn't have Drew in there smashing a dude every 2 seconds. It's like, come on, man. Like, you got a lot of heterosexuals watching the show. And it was great dialogue, great TV. To me, I think what ain't also that's not realistic, I just don't see Diamond in real life really working with the Tommy like that. Because he's too reckless. Now, if he got protection, then that's different. So it's crazy. But, him falling in love with the girl, he still got revenge on Liliana, which was putting Claudia behind bars. She got stabbed up, so she gone. The other guy, Vic, he kind of moved him out the way. So now he has to go and use him because, he's a rat. And he was always weak. Vic was always the weak one. His sister should have been the kingpin a long time ago of the Flynn family. But because she's a woman, they don't go for that. You got to be white. Okay? That's just how it goes. So, the Mustang classic. The one with the son part, I kind of was upset at that. It wasn't default, but he's gonna get blamed because he's the drug dealer and murderer, whatever he wants to call it. But it was great. I mean, I give it 3.5 out of 4. The authenticity of it, I give it a 1.5 or 2 out of 4 stars. So you know. So that was dope. Now, Godzilla Legacy of Monsters, episode 5, basically dwelled into a younger Wyatt, basically trying to coerce the general and them to give them funding and he could become monarch, but he started falling in love with the Asian chick, and then he lost monarch because of that. And you got Kate and them finding their dad. It's like, okay, look, are we gonna get any battles in this? Like, I like the story, love it, but it's too much emphasis on finding the dad. Like, so what? Show the monsters fighting. Yes, Monarch plays a part, but don't make it the whole part. Don't make it the whole thing. That's all. People think, we playing. It's like, nah. It's a good, to me, it would be better as a movie, but I just don't care for trying to see how they hooked up or they didn't hook up and all. Oh, did they find their dad or they didn't find their dad? I don't care about that. I want to see monsters fighting. At least we got a Godzilla sighting this episode, finally. So, but this episode was cool. You of course had them finding the dad. He used a device that would call Godzilla, and he back, his granddad back in the day, was like, like this is like the machine, like what was it used for? Is it a piece of junk? But when they put it in the water, Godzilla showed, and then in the show in the desert, Godzilla showed, which was beautifully executed. I love how he looks, but you've got to finish with monsters fighting each other because it's called Legacy of Monsters. It's like, what are we talking about? So, the show so far, I give it 2 out of 4 stars, maybe 1.5 out of 4, but I give it 2. I mean, it's just not a lot of entertainment. Like, it's okay, but it's like, I want to see monsters fight. That's what I want to see. Monsters fight. Monsters go at it. But right now, we got this damn Asian chick who just mad at her dad for no reason. It's like, look, he provided for y'all. He just loved 2 women. So he had 2 different families. She's just hell-bent on finding him. So it's a lot of things. Those are my reviews thus far. I'm probably gonna watch book 3 later. But again, Creator, I gave 3 out of 4. The next one, excuse me. The next one, The Legacy of Monsters, that was I gave that 2 out of 4 so far. 2 out of 4. Force, I would give 3.5 out of 4. And then Creator, I would give 3 out of 4. So that's stars. So there you have it. Thank you guys for listening. We out. Deezy.